I make videos showing what the S&P 500, an index fund that you can get at Fidelity or Vanguard or several places like that, what that S&P 500 index fund can do for you if it's done anything like it's done over the last 93 years. What I've done is set up a sophisticated spreadsheet that answers many, many questions. But the bottom line is, for example, the one on your screen here, if you put $300 a month in beginning in 1929, these are the kind of numbers in gold here you'd have after 30 and 35 years. 35 years, beginning in 1929, investing $300 a month, you would have approximately 100 or $1,820,240, depending on when that $300 a month was put in each month. But the bottom line here is what I want to show you is a summary table which summarizes all this information for the last 93 years of what investing in the S&P 500 index fund would have done for you, uh, given all the years that we have. And what I've done here is I'm just going to invest $100 a month, and we're going to help you create a spreadsheet that you can do this on your own. Have this spreadsheet showing you the results of all the work that I've done on the other spreadsheet. But this shows you the 35-year period over the last 93 years. The worst 35-year period would have been in 1984, investing $100. Let's go back to the 300 because that's what we were looking at before. Investing $300 a month, you would have had $880,667. Again, this is the worst case scenario in the last 93 years for any 35-year period. And as we can see, that was in 1984. Some of the other years were pretty close to that, but the best possible year would have been 1965, which would have been $2,816,340. Now, what I want you to be able to do is be able to create this spreadsheet on your own um, in any software, spreadsheet software. And how I'm going to do that is right here. If you will take the time to enter this data in your spreadsheet, whichever one you choose to use, again, all this right here, and especially these numbers right here. These are the numbers that you have to enter manually. But if you'll take the time to do this, you'll see how quickly you can use any amount you want, and you'll see what you would have after 30 and all these different years, 35 years. So here's what you want to do in cell C3. Spreadsheets are made up of cells that you put formulas in. And what I want you to do is right down here, you'll see I want you to type exactly what it says right here in that box. I want you to type in equals C12 times, you put the dollar sign in, so it's going to pick up whatever in cell A2, and you're going to divide that by 100, and you'll see that that's the exact number that's down here, 9,990. Then what I also want you to do is highlight this. What I do is just press down on the left mouse button and hold it down and just scroll down or highlight all of this. And then what I want you to do, first of all, I'm sorry, hit Control C. You're going to copy this. Okay, got ahead of myself there. Copy that. Hit Control V, and all those numbers will be there. Hit Escape. And now whatever number you enter in this box right here, right now it says 100, but if you enter 200, it'll automatically recalculate for you to what you would have after 35 years if you contributed $200 a month. Again, the rest of these you don't really need, so I would just highlight these rows, hit right click, and just hide them. They don't need to be in your way anymore. So now, again, whatever number you put in there, if you put 500 in there, it's going to show you you're going to have this 1.46 million, which is what we saw if we picked 500 here. $19.29. Again, we said the worst year was 1984. I'm going to go to 1984. See this number right here, 1.467. That's the worst case scenario in the last 93 years if you would have invested $500 a month you would have had $1.467 million, and that's exactly what you have on your new sheet that you made right over here. Again, put the number that you can strive for, hopefully 10% of your income. That's 500, 400, whatever. It'll automatically recalculate if you contribute 400 a month and the stock market, the S&P 500 does anything like it's done in the last 35 years. This is the worst case scenario that you would have in the next 35 years. Again, the rest of the channel speaks to this issue of all the different things that you can do with the S&P 500, all the ways to look at it, all the ways to convince you that this is the way to go. The simplest way to achieve $1 million is put in at least, in this case, let's go back to $350 a month. Worst, the least you would have was be 1984, you'd still have over $1 million. So hopefully this shows you how to create that spreadsheet and then go ahead and save it. And you can type in this number, whatever you think you can contribute, and you can run the numbers and see potentially what you might have if the S&P 500 index fund does anything like it's done in the last 93 years. This is what you would have after 35 years in the worst case scenario, $1,027,000. Again, hopefully this helps you in making the spreadsheet and summarizing all this data in a very easy to use format that you can make on your own spreadsheet. Again, thanks for watching and consider subscribing to this channel.